Dear students, hello and welcome to another session of our lecture series. Today we are going to discuss the taxonomy and diversity of one of the important families of angiosperms, that is the family Rutaceae. The family Rutaceae, commonly known as the citrus or rue family, is based on the type genus Ruta, the strong scented Eurasian herbs. The family includes some of the most important fruit-bearing plants, most of them belonging to the genus Citrus, which includes our present-day oranges, lemons, grapefruits, etc. The family Rutaceae has certain distinguishing characters. These are: number one, the leaves are aromatic, that is, having a distinctive, usually fragrant smell or aroma, usually with ethereal oil glands, containing volatile oils or essential oils which are visible on leaves as pellucid dots. Second distinguishing character of the family Rutaceae is that the stipules are absent. We know that stipules are small paired, usually leaf-like outgrowths occurring at the base of a leaf or its stalk. The leaves in the family Rutaceae are thus exstipulate. And the third distinguishing character is that the ovary is almost always superior. That is, an ovary that is about the point of insertion of the petals, sepals and stamens. Other important characteristics of the family Rutaceae are that the plants are trees or shrubs, rarely subshrubs or herbs. The flowers are usually actinomorphic, and these flowers are usually small, white or cream in color. Another character is that an intrastaminal disc is usually present in them. They are characterized by the occurrence of spines and winged petioles. The common plants of the family are citrus, which is cultivated for its fruits. Second is the aegle, leaves of which are obligatory for the worship of Hindu god Shiva. Another genus is the Murraya, in which leaves, roots and barks are used for flavoring the curries. Another common plant is the Xanthoxylum, in which prickles are present all over the plant body. Another common plant is the Ruta, which is also the type genus of the family. The whole plant body of this genus is aromatic. Another type of genus is the Feronia, in which the fruits are of size of the tennis ball. Dear students, we will first discuss the taxonomy of the family Rutaceae. We will start with the habitat, that is, the area or environment where an organism normally lives. Plants in the family Rutaceae are usually mesophytic, that is, growing in or adapted to a moderately moist environment. Another characteristic is the habit, in which we will discuss the characteristic appearance, form or manner of growth of the plants growing in the family Rutaceae. Plants in family Rutaceae are merely evergreen trees and shrubs, sometimes the perennial herbs, rarely climbers. These plants are sometimes armed, often aromatic with volatile oils. Next is the root. Root in family Rutaceae is found to be a branched taproot, that is, the root that derives or develops directly from the radicle. The roots in the members of family Rutaceae are often infected with a fungus. The stem which we find in the members of family Rutaceae is erect, woody, branched and usually aromatic, often with spines or thorns, as we can see in agal or citrus. In family Rutaceae, the leaves are usually alternate, as we can see in agal and citrus. They are rarely opposite, as in philodendron. These leaves are simple, as we can see in Cinchona, or they are also compound. When compound, leaves are either pinnate, as we can see in Murraya, or they are palmate, as we can find in agal. Rarely unifoliate compound leaves with winged petioles are also present. The best example is presented by citrus. These leaves in Rutaceae are sometimes reduced to spines, but they are nearly always petiolate. They are exstipulate and always gland dotted. The inflorescence which we find in the members of family Rutaceae is usually cymose, sometimes axillary or terminal solitary, as we can see in Triphasia, or it can even be racemose, as we can see in Atlantia. The corymb, panicle or raceme inflorescences are also found in the members of family Rutaceae. If we talk about the flower, the flowers in family Rutaceae are usually bracteate, bracteolate, as we can see in Ruta, or they can be ebracteolate as well. They are usually bisexual or rarely unisexual, as we can see in Todalia, Evodia, Xanthoxylum, etc. The flowers are usually actinomorphic, or rarely they are zygomorphic, as we can see in Dictamnus. The flowers in Rutaceae are pentamerous or tetramerous, as in Acronetia. Rarely we can find trimerous flowers in the members of family Rutaceae, as in Triphasia. The flowers are usually hypogynous with a superior ovary, or rarely perigynous, that is with the half inferior ovary. A nectariferous disc is present between stamens and ovary, varying from an apparent receptacular swelling to a cup-like structure. The perianth in the members of family Rutaceae is biseriate. So, the perianth in Rutaceae is arranged in two whorls with a distinct calyx and corolla. Calyx in the family Rutaceae commonly comprises 4 to 5 or rarely 3 sepals, which are distinct and free, as we can see in Ruta, or they are basally connate, as we can see in Murraya. Calyx is regular with valvate or imbricate aestivation. Very rarely the sepals are wanting, as in some species of Xanthoxylum. The corolla comprises 4 to 5, sometimes only 3 petals, which are usually distinct and rarely connate, as we can see in Coria. The corolla shows imbricate or rarely valvate aestivation and is regular or unequal but not bilabiate. Rarely this corolla is wanting, as again we can see in some species of Xanthoxylum. So far as the androecium, which is the collective term for stamens, is concerned, in family Rutaceae it consists of 8 to 10 stamens. Very rarely the stamens are numerous, as we can see in citrus and agal. They are usually obdiplostemonous, that is the condition where stamens are inserted in two whorls, with the outer ones opposite the petals and the inner whorl opposite the sepals. Filaments are free or non-adelphous, where the stamens are united in one group by their filaments, or they are polydelphous, in which the stamens are united by the filaments into 3 or more sets or bundles. Anthers in family Rutaceae are dithecous, introse and longitudinal in dehiscence. Stamens of outer wall are occasionally reduced to staminodes, as we can see in Tetractomia. Gynoecium usually of 4 to 5 carpels, or rarely they are less or indefinite in number. Carpels in family Rutaceae are united or sometimes free at base and united above by style. Ovary is superior, usually deeply lobed, typically 4 to 5 loculed with 1 or 2 ovules in each locule. Styles are free or united and as many as the carpels. Placentation or the arrangement of ovules within the ovary is axial or rarely parietal, as in Feronia. Ovules in the family Rutaceae are anatropous or hemianatropous. Fruit in the family Rutaceae is Hesperidium, which is a berry with a leathery rind and is the characteristic to the family, especially the genus Citrus. The fruit can even be a capsule, as we can see in Ruta. It can even be a samara, as in Talia, a drupe, as in Skinia, or rarely a winged berry, schizocarp, or even the follicle. The seeds in Rutaceae are endospermic or non-endospermic with a curved or straight embryo. Cotyledons are usually 2, which are flat, folded or rolled. Polyembryony, that is the occurrence of more than 1 embryos, is a common feature of the family Rutaceae with as many as 40 embryos in some species of the citrus. The pollination in the members of family Rutaceae is entomophilous. Insects like flies, bees, etc. are attracted by the colored petals and the nectar secreted by the disc. Seed dispersal in the members of family Rutaceae occurs mainly by animals and human agencies. Dear students, after discussing the taxonomy of the family Rutaceae, we will now discuss the systematic position of the family Rutaceae. Different taxonomists have classified the family differently. Some of the prominent ones are: number 1, the Bentham and Hooker, the 2 British botanists, placed the family Rutaceae in the class Dicotyledons, subclass Polypetalae, series Disciflorae and order Geraniales. Arthur Cronquist, an American taxonomist, placed the family Rutaceae in the division Magnoliophyta, class Magnoliopsida, subclass Rosidae and order Sapindales. Armen Takhtajan, a Russian taxonomist, placed the family in the division Magnoliophyta, class Magnoliopsida, subclass Rosidae, superorder Rutaceae and order Rutales. Another taxonomist by the name of Rolf Dahlgren, which is a Danish botanist, placed the family in the class Magnoliopsida, subclass Magnolidae, superorder Rutiflorae and order Rutales. Robert Thorne, an American taxonomist, placed the family in class Angiospermae, subclass Dicotyledoni, superorder Rutiflorae and order Rutaceae. The Angiosperm phylogeny group, a large collaborative group of taxonomists led by Peter Stevens, placed the family in APG 2. Group Rutaceae second and order Sapindales. After discussing the systematic position, we now come to the phylogeny of the family Rutaceae. The family Rutaceae depicts a strong relationship with Semirabaceae, Meliaceae and Sapindaceae and are thus placed together in the order Sapindales. Morphological synapomorphies of the order include exstipulate compound leaves and a well-developed nectary disc. The nature of secondary metabolites in both Meliaceae and Semirabaceae are bitter triterpenoid compounds which they share with the Rutaceae. However, these families differ from Rutaceae in lacking glandular punctate leaves and secretory cavities containing aromatic ethereal oils scattered in almost all organs. Molecular or phylogenetic analysis of both RBCL and ATP-B sequence from genera representing all subfamilies and tribes showed Rutaceae to be paraphyletic and none of the subfamilies containing more than 2 genera to be monophyletic. The analysis further shows that the genera Spathelia and Dictyoloma of Rutaceae, Harrisonia of Semirabaceae, Neorum of Neoraceae and Pteroxylon from Pteroxylaceae forming a clade sister to all other Rutaceae. This molecular study recommends the circumscription of all these taxa in the family Rutaceae. The sequence data analysis strongly indicates that Semirabaceae and Meliaceae are the outgroups closest to the Rutaceae. We will now talk a little bit about the division of the family. Engler divided the family into 5 subfamilies, mainly on the basis of morphological characteristics such as the degree of conation and number of carpels, fruit characteristics, for example, dehiscent versus indehiscent, fleshy or dry, and winged or not winged, and also histology of the glands with ethereal aromatic oils. These subfamilies are number 1, Rootoideae, with carpels usually 4 to 5, often all united by style. They have loculicidal dehiscence of fruit, usually with the separation of endocarp. The subfamily is again divided into 5 tribes such as Xanthoxylae, Rutaceae, Boronaceae, Diosmi and Casparae, represented by Xanthoxylum, Ruta, Coria, Diosma and Casparia respectively. Second subfamily is the Dictyolometoideae, having carpels with several ovules and united at the base and having fruit with separating endocarp, as we can see in Dictyoloma. The third subfamily is the Spathyloideae, having 3 carpels which are syncarpous, each carpel with 2 pendulous ovules. Fruit in this subfamily is drupe, which is winged and is represented by Spathelia. Fourth subfamily is the Todaloideae, in which the carpels are 5 to 2 or 1, each with 1 or 2 ovules. Fruit is a drupe or sometimes dry and winged, as represented by Todalia, Dahlia and Skimmia. The fifth and the last subfamily is the Orontoideae, in which the fruit is a berry and with pulp derived from sappy emergences of carpal wall, as is seen in citrus, eagle, limonia and feronia. However, recent analysis using molecular, chromosomal and phytochemical evidence have showed Orontoideae as a monophyletic group, but not Rutaceae, Todalioideae and others. We will talk about the diversity of the family Rutaceae. As we know that Rutaceae is a large family comprising 162 genera and 1900 species, which includes both wild and the cultivated ones, distributed widely in the tropical and subtropical regions of the world, especially abundant in Australia and South Africa. About 23 genera with 70 species are found in India, with common examples as citrus, eagle, murraya, feronia, atlantia, etc. Xanthoxylum with about 200 species, agathosma with about 180 species, citrus with 65 species and ruta with about 60 species are some of the largest genera. We will now discuss the economic importance of the family Rutaceae. The family is of great economic importance, particularly for its fruits, ornamental plants, timber, condiments, medicinal plants, oils, etc. First, we will see the fruits presented by the family Rutaceae. The family is important for some of the world's most important tasty and juicy citrus fruits, which are the richest source of vitamin C. They have good keeping and shipping qualities and are extensively grown in warmer countries. The better known species are Citrus sinensis, commonly known as the sweet orange or Malta. It is the most valued commercial citrus of the world. The fruit is sweet, juicy and nutritious and highly esteemed as dessert fruit. Second is the Citrus reticulata, commonly known as orange or the santra. It is the most valued commercial orange of India and is mainly used as dessert fruit. Citrus lemon or the common lemon is widely used in the preparation of lemonade, squash and cooling beverages and is also pickled. Another species is the Citrus aurantifolia or the common lime. It's used for the culinary purposes and for flavoring jams, jellies, marmalades and alcoholic drinks. Citrus medica or citron fruit is mainly used for pickles. The peel and the pulp are made into marmalades and other preservatives. Another species important for the fruits is the Citrus aurantium or the bitter orange. The fruit is used in the preparation of confections, marmalades, liquors and other drinks. Some other famous fruits of the family other than the genus Citrus include Aegle marmelos, commonly known as bale or bilva. The large globose fruit is famous for its edible aromatic pulp, which is also made into a drink. Another species is the Feronia limonia, commonly known as the wood apple or elephant apple. Pulp of ripe fruits is eaten and is also made into sherbet and chutney. Another important economic use of the family is that it provides us with the condiments. Several Indian species of the family are used as condiments. For example, Xanthoxylum alatum, the common tej patta. The bark is a famous condiment and is also used to clean teeth and as a carminative and stomachic. Xanthoxylum limonalia leaves are used as condiment and the fruits are appetizing and digestive. Xanthoxylum nitidum fruits are used as condiment. Murraya colnigii leaves are mixed with little turmeric to make curry powder, especially in India. The plants of family Rutaceae also have a medicinal value. Several species are medicinally important, such as Pilocarpus, which is the source of pilocarpine, a drug used to treat glaucoma. Acronychia lorifolia is used in the form of a poultice from its bark and is applied on sores and ulcers. From Agar mamelos, fruit pulp is a mild laxative, whereas its roasted fruits are used against diarrhea and dysentery, and its roots and stem bark in intermittent fever. Atlantia monophylla gives us an oil from its fruits and is used in paralysis and rheumatism. Casperia febrifuga bark is used in the treatment of malaria. Xanthoxylum elatum seeds are used in cholera and the plant is insect repellent. Roots from the Xanthoxylum nitidum are used in toothache, and the bark and roots of Murraya colnigii are used in intestinal disorders. Piganum harmala seeds are given in asthma, neuralgia and rheumatism. The family Rutaceae also presents many ornamental plants. Some of them are Murraya paniculata, commonly known as the orange jasmine. It's commonly grown for its glossy green foliage and large clusters of fragrant white flowers. Ruta gravulans, the common rue, is grown as an undershrub for fragrance and yellow flowers. The plant is also narcotic and stimulant. Glycosmis pentaphylla is grown for its glossy dark foliage and white or pinkish berries. Another species, Schizia arborescens, is grown usually for its handsome foliage and bright red berries. Polyceres trifoliata is an excellent hedge for difficult areas of the landscape and is also grown as a specimen and often used as a hardy rootstock for oranges and other citrus cultivars. The members of family Rutaceae also form an important source of timber. The wood obtained from Chloroxylon swietania, Feronia limonia, Glycosmis pentaphylla, Murraya paniculata and Xanthoxylum elatum is used for veneering and making walking sticks, agricultural implements, etc. Plants of the family Rutaceae are an important source of essential oils. Leaves and fruit rind of various species of citrus, Feronia, Murraya, Xanthoxylum, etc. are used in medicine and perfumery. We hope watching this lecture helps you in better understanding of the different aspects of the family Rutaceae. Thank you very much.